Welcome to Tyson's History Chronicles, where the past shapes our present.
I'm Tyson. Join me as we unpack the stories that made America.
Got the people's mandate. I'll show them what a real leader looks like.
Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, was a man of the people, or so it seemed.
Andrew Jackson was the 7th President of the United States, a populist leader who expanded democracy and the power of the executive office. He pushed westward expansion, signed the Indian Removal Act, and faced intense controversy.
But what happens when the past gets buried? Join me as we dig up the truths America tried to hide.
For the greater good. Progress requires sacrifice.
But Jackson's policies would lead to unimaginable suffering. The Trail of Tears would become a stain on America's conscience. I'm your host, and this is episode 2 of Andrew Jackson, An American Nightmare. The Oregon Trail is often romanticized as a path to opportunity, but its history is intertwined with displacement, conflict, and loss, particularly for Native American communities. The trail cut through ancestral lands of tribes like the Shoshone, Nez Perce, and Umatilla.
A path to opportunity, but at what cost? Cut through ancestral lands of Shoshone, Nez Perce, Umatilla.
Broken treaties, disrupted lives, violence followed settlers.
A corridor of impact, often devastating.
For others, just pain.
Andrew Jackson, the 7th President, was known for his fiery temperament. He settled disputes with duels, a deadly tradition of honor.
Jackson dueled multiple times, including a notorious 1806 showdown where he killed Charles Dickinson over a horse bet and insult.
Jackson's dueling reflected his
Code of honor, but it was a dangerous, violent way to resolve conflicts. Andrew Jackson carried that code everywhere, from the dueling ground to the battlefield. His leadership was undeniable, but so was the deadly pride behind it.
Forward! Hold the line and drive them back! For your country! And charge!
Fun fact, some advocated removing Jackson from the $20 bill, proposing Harriet Tubman as a symbol of courage and freedom, a shift in representation, honoring her legacy. As the rails of the Underground Railroad fade into memory, her journey reminds us that determination can light the path to freedom.
Welcome back. Episode 3, The Slave Owner. At his Tennessee estate, the Hermitage, Andrew Jackson held more than 100 men, women, and children in bondage. He saw them as assets, not human beings. He patrolled the grounds, making sure his property, both land and people, was productive. These people are
The Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 cast a long shadow over America. It wasn't just about escaped slaves, it tore at the lives of free people of color too. Free black folks in the North lived with a constant threat, kidnapping. Slave catchers could grab anyone claiming they were runaways. No trial, no proof, just fear and profit.
It was a tool of terror. Even free black people weren't safe. Families were ripped apart, lives destroyed, all under the law.
The act fueled abolitionist movements and deepened the country's divide. Its legacy reminds us of the fight for justice and equality that's still unfolding. A dark chapter in America's story, one that echoes today.
My fellow citizens, this republic was not forged by timid hearts or idle hands. It was hewn from the wilderness by courage, and it will be preserved.
Andrew Jackson's presidency fueled westward expansion, driven by manifest destiny, the belief America was destined to spread across the continent. This led to forced relocations, like the Trail of Tears, impacting and displacing thousands.
It was not uncommon for a man who had never been a slave before to be kidnapped and thrown into slavery. Just like in the movie 12 Years a Slave, these are true events.
When Andrew Jackson took on the Bank of the United States, he claimed the mantle of the people and stretched the presidency further than ever before. In the summer of 1832, he sent Congress a message they couldn't ignore.
I represent the people, not you.
Jackson expanded presidential power, vetoing laws and clashing with Congress. Supporters saw him as a people's champion. Critics called him power hungry.
Jackson redefined the office.
A legacy still debated.
A man of contradictions, a champion of the people, and a perpetrator of injustice.
His policies continue to shape America, for better and worse. Andrew Jackson, the American Nightmare, a figure whose legacy will forever be debated.
Thank you for watching. See you next time here on Tyson's History Chronicles. But what happens when the past gets buried? Join me as we dig up the truths America tried to hide.